everyone, hope you're having a good day so far. Today I'm going to be talking about the PS Vita 2000 and specifically my experience getting one from Japan through eBay. I actually looked into it a little bit before I went on eBay and decided that I wanted to get a Vita 2000. I know there's a big debate whether the 1000 or 2000 is better. That mainly comes down to the screen and build quality. But for me, I wanted it to be a little bit more portable, if anything, and lighter. And the micro USB charging port is kind of important for me as well, because I don't want to be looking for, proprietary PS Vita chargers later on down the line. So I'll put the listing up on the screen, but basically this said it's used excellent quality. It was around $130 US when I bought it, which was, after shipping and everything, close to 180 Canadian. Comparing that to like what I found on Amazon and stuff, I thought that was actually pretty reasonable, especially if it was going to be a good quality. And this listing came with 3 random games as well as a USB cable. There was only 2 pictures of the Vita on the listing. There wasn't any pictures of the back of it or anything like that, or of the specific unit that I was going to be sent. So it was a bit of a gamble whether it was going to be, actually an excellent quality. But I am happy to say that the unit that I got is pretty much brand new. Like, even now, like, I ordered this in July, and even now this thing is just in immaculate condition. Like, there's absolutely no visible scratches on the back, nothing of the sort. Every piece of white plastic on here is perfectly white and clean. I did notice that there was maybe a small little tiny scratch in the corner here, but it turns out that that's just a bit of fuzz under the included screen protector, which I wasn't expecting to get at all. Other than that, like, everything about this thing is just totally pristine, besides my own fingerprints on it. It took about 10 days to arrive, which was about what I expected. I honestly was expecting it to be even longer, coming from Japan to Canada. So they also included a micro USB cable with it, but I noticed that it didn't actually charge the Vita when I plugged it into my computer. It only worked for data. I do have this modded using SD to Vita, so I didn't really need a data transfer cable because that allows you to use FTP to transfer files onto it. I did also receive a 16 gigabyte PS Vita memory card, which I was not expecting. I thought the listing said 4 gigabyte card. So that was a nice bonus, but I don't actually use that because I have the SD to Vita adapter here with a 256 gig SD card. They did include 3 random games for this Japanese baseball game. I don't know the name of it offhand, and I cannot read the title, but it's like a 2014 baseball game. That's a dud for me. There's also this Sword Art Online game. This one is also Japanese only, but they also did include Minecraft PS Vita edition, and this one does have English language on it, but having just Minecraft be playable out of the 3 games that I got was a little disappointing. However, I don't really need those 3 games because of the nature of SD to Vita and the modding scene in general for the Vita. The one main difference between the Japanese PS Vita and the North American Vita is that the circle button is to confirm and the X button is to go back. If you're used to like Nintendo consoles at all, like that's where the A button is anyway and the B button, so it kind of makes sense and it's pretty easy to adapt to. If you've only grown up playing PlayStation games, it might take a little while to get used to that. There are mods where you can change that, you can change that and reverse it. But there's some weird interactions like within games where it'll just swap back anyway. So I just left it as is and I just used the circle button to confirm, and that works for me. Other than that, I haven't had any complaints about this. Like, this thing is just amazing. I love the hand feel of it. It's super compact and portable. I have a Steam Deck and a Switch, and this is like smaller than both of those So this is like if I need to go somewhere and I need to sit in a lobby or something like that, and I can, I think I can spend a couple minutes gaming, like I'll just shove this in my pocket, because this actually is small enough to fit in a pair of jeans, as opposed to the Switch, which is kind of like impossible. And of course the Steam Deck is also impossible. And I would much prefer playing 10 minutes of a PS1 game like Spyro on here rather than whip up my phone and doom scroll for a little bit. So yeah, like overall I'm incredibly impressed. I think 10-day shipping on an electronic device like this that, no doubt got held at customs, I think it's really, really good. And yeah, I'm just like super happy with my purchase. If you're thinking of getting one from Japan, I definitely recommend going with the seller, mygl_0. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.